balance this. There you go, now it's white, not yellow. That should be it, my friend.
We're on?
We're on.
Okay, and welcome. Good morning. Saturday morning in beautiful northern Jersey. We are going to bring you the matchup of Mid-Fairfield 2010 versus UCC 2010. And it's the Canadian College. And I believe it's in Toronto. So we don't know much about this squad, but I have heard that they are a very, very good team. And it's neat to see some fresh faces, some different teams. So we'll get going here in a second. Malefus at center, surrounded by Heckle and Scranton, Klingenstein, Shunk on D, and Bates in the net. And we'll get going here. Heckle drawing the ire of the ref, and puck back to Klingenstein. Oh, turned over in the Mid-Fairfield zone. Errant pass by Mid-Fairfield. UCC taking advantage of it right away. Puck goes to the side of Fage, thrown over, Shunk into the corner. UCC back up with it, cycling it around in the corner. Shunk up with it. Tries to throw it out, but turned over in the neutral zone. Malefus up with it, gains the UCC zone, but overskates it. Scranton up with it, shot in the front of the crease. Klingenstein back up with it, high shot up into the glass. Shunk back up with it on the ice, tipped, saved by the UCC goalkeeper. Shunk back up with it again, another shot blocked by the UCC player. Klingenstein's got to race over and collect the blocked shot. Klingenstein gains the zone. Turns it over. UCC races right in, and it's gloved by Fage here. 15:48 left. All right, and the clock stops. Sorry, 15:45. It lasted a few more seconds, but already you can see the passing ability on the UCC team and also the speed. Correa at center. Puck goes over into the corner. Caccaro tries to tap it out to Beck, but loses the handle on it into the neutral zone. Beck back up with it, taps it in the UCC zone. Ruff gives chase to the UCC corner. Nice play by Zoo to pinch in. Beck up with it. Out to Zoo, who loses the zone. Ref gets in the way, but Zoo, with some nifty skating, able to dump in. Beck there first, leaves it for Hannah, unable to complete the pass. Puck all the way down to Fage, and there's going to be an icing. 14:56 left in the first period. We're going to have Correa at center, Johnston, Lutke out there up front, Yoon and Schwartz back on D. Mr. Scranton is loving life that he's back here this weekend. So Correa gets tossed, Johnston in. Won by Mid-Fairfield, out to Yoon, over to Schwartz, unable to handle it cleanly, and it's out. Mid-Fairfield's going to have to race out. UCC gets there first, sets up, shot, unable to hit the net. Puck goes cycling around. Schwartz gives chase into the corner. UCC, though, up with it. Nice stick lift by Johnston. Lutke up with it, passes it over to Schwartz, shot on the net, unable to hit the front. Johnston now up with it. Leaves it for Correa, who dumps it in. Lutke gives chase. Schwartz, unable to keep it in. Johnston back up with it. Across the blue line, toe drags, loses the handle. UCC back through the neutral zone. Against the mid-Fairfield zone. Shot off the side of the net, I believe. Dangerous shot by UCC. Goalie fields it, taps it behind his own net. Heckel there. Heckel causing all kinds of problems. UCC up with the puck. O'Neill trying to get it out, finally does into the neutral zone. Malefus now, good poke check by the UCC player. Scranton now up with it, circles around. Gains some speed. Tries to split the defenders, does, shot! To the near side. O'Neill taps back in. Malefus on his horse getting into the corner. Shunk pinches in. Shot and glove by Faich. 12:37 left in the first period. You can see both teams just kind of getting adjusted to each other's style of play here. So Ruff, Beck, and Hannah out there. Win by UCC and thrown errantly out of the zone. Kleinstein up with it. Feeds Beck over to Hannah, who's tossed down to the ice. Hannah's still battling though. Long pass, but not sure why that wasn't an icing, but no call. That corner of the ice where the Zamboni comes on, there's some interesting bumps in the ice there. Beck now gains the zone, but loses the puck. Hannah there to help him out, but turns it back over to UCC. Cross ice pass. Nice play by Zoo to ride him out. Hannah up with it. Good forecheck by UCC here. And they gain the zone and the puck, but turn it back over. And Beck taps out to the neutral zone. Back into the mid-Fairfield zone goes UCC. Big hit by Correa. Loose out in front. So it looked like Faich had a handle on it, but then the puck got loose for a second. I don't know if one of the players kicked. So Mr. Scranton said he was able to glove it, but it looked like there was a bounding puck in there for a second. So good save by Chris Faich here to keep UCC off the board. 11:22, little pushing and shoving, but nothing too bad. Correa at center. Correa's gonna get tossed out right away. It's not a good sign for him. Sometimes the refs are a little more tolerant than others. Puck goes bounding behind Faich. UCC up with it, but loses the handle. Correa, nice play by Correa out to Ludke. Ludke trying to feed Johnston in stride, unable to hit him. Cullen Correa with a couple of nice plays there. Very active with the stick on that shift, Cullen Correa, helping out his teammates. So coach will go for some fresh legs here. Malefus at center. He's surrounded by Heckel and Scranton. Yoon and Shunk on D. So win by mid-Fairfield. Shunk tries to get it over, finally gets it to Malefus, over to Heckel. Heckel turns it over temporarily, but they gains it. Yoon with a shot, loose out in front, off the pads, and it's swept away, kicked in by Shunk. Nice play by Scranton, but unable to control the puck. Puck goes bounding into the opposite corner. Yoon throws it over. Shunk settles it down. Gets it to Scranton, who gains the zone. and thrown into the mid-Fairfield zone. There's going to be an icing. So 10:07 left in the first period. So Lucas Ruff at center. He's got Vartanian and Hannah out there. O'Neill and Zoo out on D. So in today behind the camera, we have Mr. Heckel, so any comments can be directed towards him. Win by mid-Fairfield, but then turned over. UCC with the steal. Pinched in by Zoo and stolen by Vartanian. Vartanian cross-ice pass to O'Neill, who taps up to Hannah, who throws it in on the UCC goalie, and then it tips up into the netting. 9:40 left in the first period. So Ruff at the center. He's got O'Neill right off his right shoulder. Stolen by Vartanian. And here comes UCC, but turns it over. Nice play by Hannah, driving back in their own zone. Oh, beautiful play by Vinny Zoo, stealing the puck. Cross-ice pass, Zoo comes up with it, throws it to Ruff, and it's thrown back out. O'Neill's got to get out there, and does. Oh, and it beats Fates through the 5-hole. So UCC striking first here, puts one through the 5-hole on Faitch. I think he was expecting the shot to go up.
Let's go, White.
So mid-Fairfield digging itself a hole here. Beck at the center along with Correa and Ludke. Win by mid-Fairfield. Klingenstein up with it, who dumps in. Puck whistles around Faitch. Picaro up with it. Taps it to Ludke, tries to get it cross ice, unable to do so. So there will not be an icing because it was tapped by UCC. Ludke on the forecheck. But UCC breaks it out. All right, we're gonna have our first penalty of the day, interference, at 8:26 left. So the first power play unit will come out. You've got Scranton out there with Malefus, Hannah, Heckel, and Picaro. Not sure what the issue is there, but they're going to redo it. Oh, and so the problem was they put up a minute 30 on the scoreboard for the penalty, but they're doing 2-minute penalties. So clock operator will fix that. We'll be on the way. So credit the UCC player. That was a good shot on Faitch. Faitch thought the puck was coming up. Deked him, slid it through the 5-hole. UCC up 1-0 over mid-Fairfield. About halfway through the first period. Okay. And win by mid-Fairfield. Heckel up with it. Slides it over to Malefus. Back to Heckel. Over to Picaro. Picaro surveys. Scranton now up with it. Dances along the blue line, slides it over to Malefus. Heckel now looking to pinch in. Recaro now there. Oh, out in front. Shot on the net, unable to hit it. Skips back out to Heckel. Over to Malefus. Shot. Let's stick to side. Recaro up with it. And here comes UCC now. Gains the zone into the slot. Shot. Saved by Faitch. Wrap around. It's still loose. So Mid-Fairfield causing all kinds of problems for itself early on here. Gives up a shorthanded goal. Puck saved a couple of times, but then just sitting in the crease and was knocked in. Shunk over to Klingenstein. UCC back up with the puck again. So far, Mid-Fairfield got nothing on the power play here. Lukey up with it. Over to Johnston, who dumps in. Puck whistles around. Klingenstein up with it. Slides it over to Shunk. Ruff up with it, leaves it for Johnston. Ludke's trying to slide it into Ruff. Penalties expired. Puck high up into the air. Shunk in a nice play to bat it out. Ludke back up with it. UCC back up with it, cross ice pass. Save off of Faitch's pad off into the corner. Beck tries to split the defenders but turns over the puck. Hannah then steals the puck, shoots it on the goalie off the pads. Fielded by Beck, who throws it back into the corner. Vartanian up with it. Player still working it in the corner. Shot by Hannah, and it's into the stomach of the goalie. UCC goalie will stop play here. 5 minutes. Malefus at the center. He's got Heckel out there with Scranton. Skips over the net. Scranton with a shot that's off the stick of a UCC player high up into the netting. So Malefus at center again. Nice play by Scranton. He's pinned up in the corner, just trying to get loose out in front to Malefus, and sorry. Yanni Malefus able to slide it by the goalkeeper here. Good play by mid-Fairfield. Kai Scrant with a couple of plays to keep it in the zone, manages to get it out to Yanni Malafis. So mid-Fairfield at 4:37 is able to cut the lead in half. So big goal for the mid-Fairfield squad. UCC up with a puck, but Scranton still fighting for possession. Back out to Zoo. Oh, Zoo whiffed on the shot and loses the zone. Slides it back over to O'Neill. Back over to Zoo. Zoo dumps in. Heckle gives chase into the corner. Tries to slide it over to Scranton. Oh, it looks like he had him there. Faitch is going to come out and field it. And throws it over to Zoo. Oh, it's turned over by O'Neill. UCC has a player there. Luckily, O'Neill able to come up with the puck. Correa throws it back to Zoo. Mid-Fairfield getting a little sloppy here, turning the puck over. Kai Scranton comes in, settles things down, races out for the puck, and dumps in. 3:33 left in the first period. Johnston on the forecheck. Fairfield picking up that long pass. Oh, dog-legged on Faitch. Faitch came out to field it, and then the puck dog-legged in front of the net. Still a battle for the puck. UCC up with it. Shot misses the net. UCC defenseman pinches in. It's contested by Correa immediately. UCC out in front, but loses the handle on the puck. Johnston now, and Fairfield's gonna have a 3-on-2 if they hustle. Coccaro is the trailer, slides it, and it's off the pads. Here comes Ludke back up with the puck, flies behind the net, loses the puck, slides it over to Coccaro. Coccaro loses the zone, and UCC back up with the puck. And UCC dumps it in, shot off the end board, Shunk now with it. UCC getting all those 50-50 pucks. And here comes Lucas Ruff. Puts on the afterburners, but then turns over the puck in the neutral zone. And Fairfield in a shift change. Klingenstein tries to feather it out to Hanna, unable to get it cleanly. Beck still battling for possession of the puck in the corner. Loose behind the UCC net. Hanna up with it. Slides it over to Klingenstein. Klingenstein shoots right through Ludke's legs, but the goalie with a fine save there. Klingenstein back up with it over to Schwarz. Schwarz circles around, throws it back to Klingenstein. Up to Ludke. It's like a bunch of lumberjacks out there. You hear them just swatting at each other with the sticks. And there's going to be an icing here. 1:11 left in the first period. UCC up 2-1. Mid-Fairfield just was able to cut the lead in half. Before that, UCC coming up with a shorthanded goal. Malafis at center. He's got Heckle and Scranton out there with him. Malafis taps it back over to Scranton out in front. Only UCC players are there, and Klingenstein forced to retreat. Stolen from Klingenstein, the UCC player up with it. Off the ref. Malafis now gains the zone. Hits the brakes. Tried leaving it for Scranton for a shot. All right, we got a stoppage in play here, 34 seconds. I think we're gonna have some penalties here. So the only thing I could see was maybe a roughing call on both of them. Yeah, so Braden Heckel's going to head to the penalty box here. So mid Fairfield with a win. Yoon up with it, cross ice over to Zoo. Give UCC credit, they are all over these pucks. Yoon now up with it. With Fairfield just trying to get it out. UCC unable, won't allow them. 10 seconds left. Zoo hits the brakes. Zoo just trying to put his skate on it. UCC back up with it. Out to the point, shot! And Faitch able to glove it. And so we'll stop play here. And we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, and welcome back to the second period. Faitch heads back to net. And we'll get going here in the second. So for these shots on goal, I know Chris does not have 2 shots on goal at this point. So disregard that. But we got Correa at center, Lutke and Johnston up front, Yoon and Zoo on D. And UCC able to dump it in, dumps it in on Faitch, bounding puck. Zoo collects. Yoon up with it, overskates it for a second, but Johnston is able to slide it out to Lutke. Lutke trying to avoid the hit. Johnston up with the puck, throws it across to Yoon. Yoon taps it back in. Nice play by Johnston. But UCC back up with the puck, trying to feed that winger. And Zoo's able to throw it out to Yoon, gets it out to Johnston. So we're gonna have some more penalties here. So mid Fairfield, Vinny Zoo going to go to the penalty box. Uncharacteristic of Vinny to draw that kind of penalty.
Love it.
So at 15:58, Mid-Fairfield's going to have to kill off a penalty here. So you've got Ruff out there with Cuccaro, Hanna, and O'Neill. Win by UCC and controlled out to the blue line. Out to the point. Shot! Unable to hit the net. Back out to the blue line. Top of the face-off circle. Cuccaro does a nice job riding the player out. Back to the top. The face-off circle. Oh, almost stolen by Ruff. Deflects off of Fage's shoulder and skips out of the zone. You can see Mid-Fairfield, those top two guys are looking for that steal to race down the ice. Ruff now back up with it. Leaves it for Malefis. Shot, unable to get it on the net. Cross ice pass, UCC races through the neutral zone, dumps it in. UCC back up with it. Flips it to the opposite side. Nice block by Malefis and it's out. So 41 seconds left in the penalty to Zoo. Malefis forcing the puck out of the Mid-Fairfield zone. So we'll have an offside here. So we've got Malefis, Scranton, Schunk, and Klingenstein out on D. Klingenstein able to flip it into the UCC zone. He tries to feed it to Malefis. Scranton up with the puck. Overskates it a little bit. And here comes UCC now with the puck through the neutral zone. Oh, and here we go. We've got Heckel now with a breakaway. Backhand and a save by the UCC goalkeeper. UCC was back checking hard, was able to get at least a body or a stick. Shot by Scranton. And it's covered up by the UCC goalkeeper. 13:37 left in the second period. So Mid-Fairfield with a couple opportunities there. We managed to kill off the penalty to Zoo. Heckel now with a win. Vartanian up with it, throws it out to Shores, unable to get it out there completely. Vartanian back up with it. Vartanian's shot, and it's in! Off of the UCC goalkeeper's shoulder. Paul Vartanian, with I believe his first goal of the year, is able to thread the needle. Dad'll be happy about that one. Paul Vartanian with the equalizer here. And Mid-Fairfield is able to draw even now, 2 apiece. So Heckel at center, Vartanian up with it over to Schwartz, who taps back to Vartanian. Oh, and he's leveled at the ice. Big hit, and Vartanian bounces back up. Battle for the puck. Schwartz and a UCC player taps it over to Vartanian. And Fairfield overskates it. Out in front, Fache! And over his pad. So just an unfortunate series of events. Mid-Fairfield turning it over. Just seconds before scoring the equalizer. 12:48 left. So Correa at center. Win by UCC. Zoo over to Kakaro, loses the handle, taps out though, and here comes Ludke up with the puck. Ludke tries to hit the brakes. Zoo pitches in. But here comes UCC now. Into the slot, shot. Loses the handle, but back up with it as UCC dumps it back into the corner, cycling around. Kakaro gets it over to Ludke, who gains the zone. Ludke leaves it out in front. You have Johnston there. Johnston unable to get a handle on it. Ludke back up with it. Nice play by Johnston. Just an active forecheck by UCC, denying a lot of those passes that Fairfield likes to make in the neutral zone. Oh, stolen by Beck. Beck behind the net, looking for someone. Beck circles. UCC's gonna have a 2-on-1 shot, and gloved by Faich. Beck gives him a stick tap. So 11:14 left. Ruff at center. It's got Beck out there with Hannah. Win by UCC, but Beck contests. Just trying to get it out. O'Neill races back to pick up the loose change. Back up to Beck, cross ice. Tries to get it to Ruff. Ruff over skates in the neutral zone, and UCC controls back in their own zone. Stolen by Ruff. Leaves it for Hannah to Beck. Oh, beautiful save by the UCC goalkeeper with the blocker. Ruff into the corner. Ruff avoids the big hit. UCC and Hannah going at it. Tipped by Beck to the opposite side. Mid Fairfield goes for a shift change. UCC pushing the puck. Shot. Unable to hit the net. Scranton now up with it, but turns it over. Stolen temporarily by Shunk. Nice stick work there. Shunk still trying to work that puck out. Puck thrown behind Faich, and Schwartz is forced to collect. Throws it around the boards. UCC back up with the puck again. Delayed penalty here, and so Mid Fairfield's going to go off for another penalty. So down 3-2, Mid Fairfield's going to have to kill off another penalty. So Kai Scranton's going to head off. Correa at center. He's got Yoon and Klingenstein and Ruff out there with him as the penalty killers. UCC up with the puck behind the side of Faich, loose out in front. Correa comes up with it, skips off of one of the UCC defensemen and races back. Forecheck by Ruff, turned over by Correa. He's unable to handle it cleanly though. Starting to get big eyes there for a second. UCC now into the Mid Fairfield zone, turns it over and feathered out. Poke check by Ruff to deny the pass. Into the Mid Fairfield zone by Klingenstein. Shot off the side of the net. So we'll stop play here at 10:29 in the second period. Mid Fairfield down by 1 after tying it up. So Heckel out there with Kakaro, Hanna, and Zoo as your penalty killers. Out to UCC defenseman, pinches in, thinks about it, off to the side, shot, and over Fage's shoulder. So Mid Fairfield paying for the indiscretion. Down 4-2. Okay, Heckel up with it. Malafis turns and fires the puck behind the UCC goalkeeper. Stolen by Rupp. All right, so folks, we're gonna stop play here halfway through the game. They're gonna do an ice cut, and we'll be back to bring you the second half in just a moment. So about 7 or 8 minutes, we'll be back right at it.
We lost the scoreboard, but just tell them.
Okay. All right.
Just tell them to put
Yep. All right, and welcome back. And we're going to bring you the last 7:12 of the second period, and then the last period of the day, the third period, will come up after that. So they do a ice cut in between, and hopefully the second half will be a little bit better than the first half. So Mid-Fairfield had tied it up at 2, and then UCC storms back with 2 unanswered goals to go ahead 4-2. And you see Coach Graggs talking to the troops with Letty, Coach Nick. And as we've noted a couple times, so the scoreboard is off for some reason. We apologize about that. And the shots on goal on the scoreboard are incorrect, so don't pay any mind to that. So Mid-Fairfield trying to dig itself out of a hole here. So you've got Scranton, Malafis, and Pecco up front with Sue and Picaro. Win by Mid-Fairfield over to Zoo. Out in front, puck still loose. Wow, and UCC forward just slicing through Mid-Fairfield. Shot! And it's off onto Faitch's stomach, and he's able to glove it. Wow. Just some tremendous speed out of those UCC forwards, just splitting the Mid-Fairfield defenseman. Malafis at center. Tap back into the corner behind Faitch. Puck out in front! Oh, and it's awful. One of the Mid-Fairfield players is able to block it. Picaro now taps it back, but only UCC players are there. Mid-Fairfield back on their heels a little bit. Puck unable to hit the net. There's a shot by UCC, and it whistles around the boards. Errant pass that Shunk picks up, dumps back in. We're going to have an offside here on Mid-Fairfield. 6:14 left in the second period. Mid-Fairfield down 4-2. So Correa at center. He's got Ludke and Johnston up front. Klingenstein and Shunk back on D. Win by Mid-Fairfield. Shunk forced to retreat. Taps it back to Johnston. Tried to get it to Ludke, but there's going to be an offside. So we'll redo this. Correa at center again. So win by UCC, but thrown back deep into their own zone. Fielded by the goalkeeper. Shunk back up with it, throws the puck, bounding puck into the corner. Johnston leaves it for Ludke. Ludke behind the net. Harassed the whole way, taps back for Johnston, who's up with it. Back out to Klingenstein. Klingenstein shot. Loose out in front. Oh, Johnston tries to get it to Klingenstein. UCC races in. Nice back check by Shunk. Wow. Shunk with a fantastic defensive play to deny the shot on Faitch. And the puck goes bounding out to Correa over to Schwartz. It turns it over in the neutral zone. Nice play by Correa to deny. So the puck goes bounding out to Faitch, who's able to put a glove on it and stop play here, 5:01. So Lucas Ruff at center. He's got Beck out there with Hanna, Schwartz and Yoon. UCC controls out to the blue line. Shot! Loose out in front! Saved by Fage! So Fage sprints over to that open net, able to deny. Still controlled by UCC, finally thrown out to Beck, but UCC back up with the puck. Shot! Unable to hit the net. UCC defenseman throws it back in. Along the blue line. Another shot! Blocker up in the air, and Fage is able to pin it under his pad. 4:15 left. So Chris Fage able to come up with a couple of saves to keep this in a 4-2 game. Malefus at center. Win by mid-Fairfield. It's thrown out of the zone. Rolling puck. Forecheck by Heckel and Scranton. Malefus able to collect. Hits the brakes, but immediately harassed. The puck turned over. UCC back up with it. Off of Scranton's leg up into the netting, and miraculously, one puck goes up in the air and two hit the ice. So, interesting trick by Kai Scranton. UCC with a win, shot off of Fage's pad. Heckel now up with it. Tries to get it cross ice to Scranton, hits off his skates. Malefus there. Out to Kakaro, pinches in, shot off a couple of players. O'Neill forced to retreat. Over to Scranton. Here comes Malefus. And it's stop play here at 3:36 left. So Correa at center. It's got Lukey out there and Johnson. Klingenstein and Zoo out on D. UCC up with a puck. Throws it out. Zoo trying to keep it in. Klingenstein forced to retreat. And dumped in by Correa. Lukey from the opposite side gets there first. Johnston now still battling with Lukey for the puck. And here comes UCC. Klingenstein now behind Fage, leaves it for Zoo. Oh, Zoo just tossed to the ice. Turned over in the neutral zone. So Fage forced to field it. Zoo. UCC back in control in the neutral zone. UCC just demonstrating that outstanding speed. Klingenstein now up with it behind Fage. Tries to get it to Lukey. Just mid-Fairfield back on their heels here. Just trying to get the puck out. UCC flying around. Oh, unfortunately for mid-Fairfield, skips off the defenseman. So mid-Fairfield gets some fresh legs, but UCC back in, but turns it over. Hanna now up with it, slides it up to Vartanian off his stick, so there'll be no icing. Oh, and he's hammered to the ice. second big hit Paul Vartanian has taken today. And tossed back in. UCC out to their own blue line, back to the face-off circle. Behind Faich. Faich able to come up with the save off his shoulder, but off the glass, and they're going to call that into the netting. So Chris Faich, learning from that fourth goal, was able to get his shoulder up in time. .40 seconds left to play. Malefus at the center. UCC with the win. Nice play by Scranton to force him out. Stolen by Scranton after making the beautiful defensive play. Heckel now tries to gain the zone, but Yanni Malefus had a toe into the zone, so it's going to cause an offside. 27 seconds left in the second period. So Heckel with the puck shot. Oh, and it's loose behind the goalkeeper. Malefus now up with it. Shot that's deflected high up into the air. Heckel now still with it. Tries to throw it out to his defenseman. Tipped loose out in front. Oh, Mid-Fairfield with a golden scoring chance there. And that'll be it, folks. So Mid-Fairfield, a couple of chances there, unable to cash in. Kai Scranton saying hello to his Canadian friends, and we will take a break here and be back to give you the third period. All right, we're all okay, and we're back here for the third period. Malefus at center. It's got Scranton and Heckel out there. Coccaro and Zoo win by Mid-Fairfield. Coccaro over to Zoo, taps it over to Malefus. Malefus shot deflected. Heckel throws puck on net. Heckel now working with Malefus behind the net, trying to loosen the puck up. Heckel's thrown down to the ice. Okay, and we're gonna have some penalties. You saw that coming. 16:33 left in the third period. All right, and looks like Mid-Fairfield has drawn the penalty from UCC. So Braden Heckel and Yanni Malefus working behind the UCC goalkeeper. And Mid-Fairfield to go on a power play here, trying to cut this lead in half. Scranton, Hanna, Malefus, Coccaro, and Heckel should power play unit. And UCC up with the puck. One of their speedy wingers up with the puck. And it's thrown out of the zone, wasting time. Kakaro's got to race back. Shot onto Faich. Kakaro and Faich able to ride that speedy winger out. Boy, is he quick. Malefis throws it over to Kakaro, leaves it for Hanna. And Fairfield just trying to gain the zone here. Scranton leaves it for Heckel. Heckel surveys, throws it over to Kakaro. Hanna now up with it. Hanna circles. UCC back up with it, and Braden Heckel's going to go off here for a hold. So just that speed of UCC forcing the issue, and that's going to erase Mid-Fairfield's penalty here, power play opportunity, and they're going to be forced to go on the penalty for the last 1:04. So Ruff at the center position, got Lukey out there with Schunk and Klingenstein. Ruff up with the puck. Nifty skating by Lucas Ruff, but he's hounded immediately. Throws it over to Klingenstein, where they are all over the puck carriers. Throws it back in. Faich forced to field the puck. Schunk slides it over. Lukey unable to gain the handle, but Schunk back there. UCC gains control of it and then loses it again. Klingenstein trying to feather it over to the opposite side. UCC back up with it in the slot. Mishandles it. Klingenstein now up with it. And it's thrown out into the neutral zone. So now UCC will go on a power play here. Lukey with an active forecheck, but UCC is going to gain the zone here. Shot! Way high. UCC taps back in behind Faich on the opposite side. Thrown out to their defenseman. Oh, Beck almost had a breakaway opportunity there. Unable to hit the net. It's the UCC defenseman. The puck goes flying down to the opposite corner. And UCC gains the zone immediately. Shot and gloved by Faich. So despite the fact that Mid-Fairfield plays at the highest level of hockey in the United States, this UCC team, Mid-Fairfield very rarely sees speed like this. Correa at the center. 10 seconds left in the penalty to Heckel. Correa trying to just force the puck into the corner. Oh, nice play by Correa, putting the stick down. Colin Correa, boy, you know, you just won't see it in the score sheet, but Colin Correa with a very good game here defensively. Just made a beautiful defensive play to keep the puck away from the UCC defenseman. So the penalty to Heckel has expired. 13:27 left. Mid-Fairfield down 4-2. Malefis at center. Win by UCC out to their defenseman. Shot padded to the side by Faich. And here comes Mid-Fairfield. Heckel up with it, slides it over to Malefis. Malefis with a full set of steam. Loose puck off to the side. Heckel now racing for it. Heckel fighting for possession. And O'Neill hammered to the ice. Here comes Scranton. It feeds Malefis. still battling for possession. Nice play by Shores to keep in. Scranton up with it. And the puck thrown out. O'Neill forced to retreat. Gives it to Scranton. And Heckel dumps in. Fairfield goes for a shift change here. UCC comes flying out. Full head of steam. Bobbing and weaving around players. Faitch is able to poke it into the corner. And here comes Hanna now with a puck. Ruff gives chase. Hanna now behind the net. Lucas Ruff just throwing his body around, but UCC able to break it out. Now he's going to have a breakaway here onto Faitch. Faitch is able to get a stick on it and deny. Puck skips over Zoo's stick. Hanna now leaves it for Vartanian. Ruff unable to handle. And UCC back up with the puck. Zoo gets it out to Vartanian and tips it in the UCC zone. And we're going to have an offside here at 11:21 left. So win by Mid-Fairfield. It's dumped in the UCC zone by Shunk. Fielded by the goalkeeper. Immediately harassed by Johnston. Puck turned over on the side. Mid-Fairfield kicking at it. Correa dumped into the netting. Correa still battling for it. It was a hand pass. It was missed. Shot by Lutke! And Lutke is able to bury the puck here at 10:57. And again, folks, that is the work by Cullen Correa and Reese Johnson to keep the puck in the zone. Cullen Correa had been thrown into the back of the net and still managed to poke it over.
Reminder, we don't have a scoreboard on the screen, so just keep up.
So Mid-Fairfield able to chop the lead in half, 4-3 on the goal by Lutke. So Scranton up with it. Kakaro dumps back in. You got Malefus there fighting for possession. Shunk pinches in, and here comes UCC. Kakaro with a big hit on the end boards, loose out in front, but Kakaro there to sweep it in, turns it over. Kakaro back up with it though. Kakaro just trying to settle things down, gets it to Scranton, to Malefus. Puck in the neutral zone is Kakaro again, who's dumped to the ice. Kakaro went for the hit, and the puck tipped off of the UCC player's stick up into the parents section. But Matty Kakaro had that UCC player lined up for the monster hit. But the puck went into the parent zone, causing a scrum. Ruff at the center position. Win by UCC, steals the puck, races out of the zone. It's stolen by Hanna. Nice pass by Hanna to Ruff. Lucas Ruff is like a man possessed out there right now, but turns it over at the blue line, and it's thrown into the Mid-Fairfield zone. No icing, which was curious. Jack Schwartz up with it, but he's hounded. Schwartz back up with the errant pass. Over to Beck. Beck slides in, and it's fielded by the goalkeeper. So we're going to stop play here at 9:22. Mid-Fairfield with some life on the last 2 or 3 shifts here, cutting the lead into half. Down 4-3. Correa at center. He's got Klingenstein off his right shoulder. Johnston and Lukey up front. Win by Correa. Johnston comes in, steals it. Johnston tries give and go passing, unable to connect, and Lukey throws it behind the UCC goalkeeper. Correa still fighting for possession of the puck. Lukey now races over. UCC breaks the press. Oh, jeez. Sorry, folks. That was an errant pass, and it ended up with a shot on Feach. But it went a little bit too far to the right. You can't sleep on this team at all. UCC just highly skilled. Just pass stolen by UCC, shot onto Feach. That's able to glove, and there's an example right there. Mid-Fairfield getting a little careless with the passing, left the puck for a teammate. The UCC winger flies in, steals the puck, and puts a shot onto Feach. 8:20 left in the third period. Mid-Fairfield down 4-3. Malefus at center. Still battling for possession here. Mid-Fairfield comes up with it. Scranton tries to hit Heckel in stride, unable to handle it cleanly. And we're gonna have an offside here. 8:07 left in the third period. Malefus at center. It's got Scranton and Heckel up front. Win by Mid-Fairfield, but UCC contests every single puck, and they've stolen it, threw it in. Scranton over to Heckel. Over to Malefus. Unable to get it there cleanly, and here comes UCC again. But nice back check by Malefus. Heckel back up with it. Heckel trying to get it to Malefus, unable to get it there cleanly. Malefus still with it, Scranton still with the puck, and Kai Scranton able to put in his own rebound, and Mid-Fairfield has come storming back to tie it up at 7:31 left in the third period. So Kai Scranton wouldn't be denied there, putting in his own rebound to tie up the game at 7:31 left. So Ruff at center with Beck and Hanna. Lucas Ruff, who's grown up playing with these boys since youth hockey, he is not to be denied here. Lucas Ruff is like a man possessed. So here comes UCC demonstrating that speed, trying to split the defenseman. Mid-Fairfield equal to the task. Hanna slides it over to Coccaro. Coccaro's got some skating room. He's got Beck now on the opposite side. Coccaro gets by, loose out in front. Puck is still loose. Oh, Mid-Fairfield just hunting. They almost had the go-ahead there. But UCC races out, gets the puck by Zoo. Onto Feach, loose out in front. Mid-Fairfield now reloads. Hanna now flies down the opposite side, leaves it for Coccaro. Just a little strong there, and here comes UCC. Cross-ice pass, and they dump it in behind Feach. Scranton battling for possession. Klingenstein's got to race over and dumps it over. Beck now. Oh, and it's turned over. UCC back up with it. The defenseman pitches in. Block off of Beck. Puck still loose. UCC back with the puck. Out to their defenseman. Who surveys, throws it across. Shot. Feach is able to secure it cleanly. And the puck is lifted up into the air and out of play. 5:50 left to play. We've got a game here, folks. All tied up, 4 apiece. Yanni Malafis at the center. Out to the defenseman, shot deflected off of one of their forwards. Heckel now over to Klingenstein. Klingenstein surveys, tries throwing it up, and here comes Heckel now with the puck. Mid-Fairfield's gonna have a 2-on-1. Heckel slides it over. Beautiful play by the UCC defenseman to deny the passing lane, and Heckel goes down. Nice play by Shunk to steal the puck. Heckel now back up with it, throws it off the board to himself, gives it to Malafis who chips it on net, unable to hit the net. Lutke races in, but UCC back up with the puck. Stolen by Lutke, but then turned over at the blue line, still battling for possession. All the players are tied up. Malafis temporarily came out with it, but here's UCC. Shunk up with it, throws it over to Klingenstein. Oh, it is stolen by UCC. You can see they're anticipating those passes. Shunk now up with it. Gives it to Malafis who throws it in behind the net. Mid-Fairfield goes for a shift change here. Oh, and it's off of one of the players, but UCC with that speed able to make up for it. UCC with a 3-on-2 now. Nice back check by Lutke. Leaves it for Schwartz. Over to Yoon. Yoon lifts it high up into the air. Johnston controls. Johnston now ridden off into the corner. Johnston, oh, he thought he had Lutke there for a second. Yoon fires it in. Oh, and Lutke's just hammered to the ice. Long pass, it's fielded by Schwartz. And thrown out into the neutral zone.
You're not going to call that?
The fans are howling because Jack Schwartz, way after the puck left, Jack Schwartz is thrown to the ice with a massive hit. But no call. 3:27 left. Hannah, Beck, and Ruff out there. UCC gains the zone, dumps into the side of Fate. Zoo retreats. Zoo throws it over to Ruff, is unable to handle it. UCC now on the side of Fate. Out in front, and it's swept away by Vinny Zoo. Back up with it, loose out in front. High stick, and Fate covers up. So 3:03 left to play. So Vinny Zoo with a fine defensive play there is able to sweep the puck away right in the crease. So because it's a high stick, we're gonna go over to the UCC end. Ruff at center, he's got Hannah and Beck out there with O'Neill and Yoon on D. Shot by Ruff, going down to the ice, managed to get a shot off. Beck throws it to the opposite corner. UCC trying to break it out of their zone. Ruff still battling. Puck behind Fate, out in front, and it's swept to the side. Beck now tries to get it out. Hannah now slides it over to Ruff, and Ruff dumps in for a shift change. Beck now flying down there to contest for the puck, along with Hannah. Klingenstein up with it, pinches, oh, couldn't get a full stick on it. UCC back up with it, turns it back over, and Shunk able to tap back into Scranton, who taps it back in the UCC zone. 2:16 left to play, we're all tied up, 4 apiece here. UCC breaking this press, gains the zone, shot! And it's gloved by Fage. 2:03 left in the third period. So Malefus, Scranton, and Heckel out there with Kakaro and Zoo on D. Win by Mid-Fairfield. Here comes Scranton. Scranton looking for a teammate. Heckel shows up. He's got Malefus off to the side. Oh, back to Heckel. They had a chance there for a second. Kakaro able to tap back in. Heckel chases behind the net along with Malefus. Out to Kakaro now. Kakaro shoots, deflected, and it went skipping off a couple of players. Scranton now up with it, over to Malefus, shot, unable to hit the net. Kakaro now in, out in front, oh, we had Scranton there. Zoo pinches in, puts another shot off a Heckel that deflects off into the netting. So Mid-Fairfield hunting a goal here. So Correa at center, he's got Johnston and Lutke out there, Klingenstein and Schunk. UCC up with it, but Kakaro with the steal, or sorry, Correa with the steal. Schunk able to throw his shot back on net. Shows Johnston out to Klingenstein, unable to field it cleanly. Klingenstein mishandles it. UC, oh, Fates with a tremendous pad save. Thrown in. Kakaro now back into the corner. See, Mid-Fairfield is tired. UCC throws it back in. Kakaro makes a good play, though, to deny with Correa. UCC back up with a shot and beats Fates over the shoulder. And that's it, folks. So Mid-Fairfield just had been hunting a goal for the last minute, and just a snipe from the UCC player over Faitch's shoulder, and they're going to take a timeout here.
Making sure I never have to do it again. That was so bad. The clock's wrong. Hey, ref, there's a minute. The clock. But you don't know really. You can't do that.
Hey!
There's a minute left.
Hey! The clock's wrong. Why are we... All right, sorry about that, folks.
No ice.
How is that possible?
Because they didn't run it earlier, and then they scored, and then they decided to run it down for 30 seconds.
So 27 seconds left in the game. UCC back up with a puck shot. Faitch is able to deflect it off the pads. Kakaro back up with it. Scranton now forced to retreat. Faitch leaves. Scranton now up with it. that's it, folks. So we will see you later this afternoon. We'll try to be better.